Hi, myself L. Chandrasekhar from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. My topic is time encoding of analog to digital. Introduction. The main idea behind time encoding consists of representing an analog signal with a modulated square wave where the signal information is encoded in the transition instead of instantaneous amplitude. Such a signal is easy to handle with digital circuits and is robust against noise and distortion. Representing the signal is then done through pulse modulations. Known since long ago, pulse width modulation is one of the best examples and used extensively in, for instance, power electronics. The time encoding analog to digital converters. The typical block diagram of a time encoding ADC is shown in below figure. The analog input signal is applied to a pulse modulator that encodes the information in the pulse width, frequency or position of signal with two levels only. These two level signals, which is still analog, is simplified afterwards at a sampling frequency Fs typically much larger than input signal bandwidth ABW. Differently from conventional ADCs, the sampler can now be a simple flip-flop as a signal has only two values. From the sampled square wave, a decoded can reconstructed a multi-bit approximation of the analog input signal, which is typically done with a digital low-pass filter. All through early time encoding, ADCs used PWM. PWM means power width modulation. PWM may not be the best to replace analog circuits in ADC, analog digital communication. Indeed, PWM modulators require sawtooth generators or analog filters still made of operational amplifiers and other highly linear circuits. VCO based ADCs, on the other hand, can be implemented very efficiently with a ring oscillator. This is the block diagram of ADCs. We can give the analog signal to pulse modulator. Pulse modulator is convert the pulse analog signal into digital signal. This is the delta signal. We can observe it. Which is a simple digital circuit. To be precise, VCO based ADCs need to be modeled using a different type of pulse. Modulation called pulse frequency modulation PWM exhibits first order noise shaping when sampled directly contrary to other pulse modulation like PWM, the hardware simplicity and digital nature of ring oscillators and noise shaping. Properties of PWM are the reasons why VCO based ADCs have gained large popularity. We will therefore concentrate most of our discussion on VCO based ADCs. Depicts the simplest VCO based ADC architecture, which is also one of the most used. A slowly varying input signal modulates the frequency of an oscillator. The pulses of the oscillator are then counted with a digital counter. Assuming a sample period Ts equal to 1 by Fs, the frequency of pulses accumulated in the counter is dumped into a register every Ts seconds and the counter is reset. The value in the register is therefore a measure of VCO frequency and hence the analog input signal during that simple. This is the block diagram of sample. Our input is giving to VCO. VCO is giving to counter. Counter is count the signals and counters. Another input is sampling clock. Sampling clock is giving to the simultaneously counter and register. We can observe it. The block diagram give the register is give the output ADC. We can give this analog signal to VCO. The register is give the ADC output. VCO based ADCs can be in a pulse frequency modulators. As I described above, the frequency of the oscillator is modulated with the input and edges are detected with the counter or an XOR function of the VCO pulse frequency. Modulation has a very special property. The modulation sidebands have periodic nulls in the frequency spectrum. Figure shows the same sinusoidal signal encoded with PFM in the time domain and the corresponding spectrum in the frequency domain. The PFM time signal has many copies of the some pulses with TS occurring very frequency or only sparsely depending on the input signal amplitude. As long as the pulse width is always the same, signal theory predicts nulls in the periodic spectrum of frequency corresponding to multiplies of the inverse of the pulse width 1 by Ts. These periodic nulls arise from the sync shaped spectrum of the pulses composing the PFM signal. If this pulse width is forced to be the sampling period, then all carrier sidebands arise after sampling, replacing the nulls at the DC and hence creating the first order. This is the block diagram of analog to digital converter. We can give this analog signal to the VCO, then the VCO output is giving to the monostable. The monostable is convert the analog signal into digital signal into sawtooth signal. We can observe the FS in the block diagram. We can receive the output at Y of n. Noise shaping, this is the insight enables an accurate description of the more subtle behavior of VCO based ADCs behind the prediction of delta sigma theory. For instance, it fully allows to understand the large signal behavior and occurrence of spurious baseband tones. This is the we can give the analog signal, then VCO output is PWM, then PWM is giving to the sawtooth network. Sawtooth network give the PFM output. Thank you.